Hey guys, it's Leslie Fightmaster. Today's class we're gonna work on some twists, and I just finished it and I got sweaty, although it is warm in here, but I think that you might get a little bit sweaty too. If you have any yoga blocks, get 2 blocks handy. And if you have a blanket, you might want that to sit on, or I like to roll it up, put it under my knees when I'm done. This is comfortable. So I hope you enjoy your practice today. I know I enjoyed making it for you. And don't forget to press that like button, because I want to see if we can get 1,000 likes on this one. Hey guys, welcome to Fightmaster Yoga. So glad that you've joined us today, taking care of your body and your mind. And first I want to thank Infinity Strap for giving me these fun bricks that I have at the front of my mat. And like I said before, if you have any yoga blocks or yoga bricks, I would say go grab them real quick because they may come in handy. And these from Infinity Strap are really cool. I'll put the link below. So start sitting. Let's bring our hands together in front of the heart. Take a moment, close your eyes, and set your intention for your practice today. All intentions are always welcome. This is a way for you to connect into your practice. So we're going to draw the hands onto the rib cage. Do a little pranayama practice. So as you inhale, just feel your belly fill up with the breath. And then let it exhale. And again. Inhale, just fill up your belly with the breath. Just concentrate there. Hold the breath a moment. And then let it exhale. Now, again, we'll inhale the belly. This time, bring your hands to your rib cage and breathe to expand through the rib cage. Imagine you're breathing all the way around your torso. And then exhale it out. And once again, inhale the belly, inhale up through your rib cage, expanding all the way around your torso. Hold a moment, let the shoulder blades relax, and then exhale it out. With that little constriction in the back of the throat. Now bring your hands up to your chest. Inhale your belly, inhale through your rib cage. Take the breath all the way up to the chest, all the way up in toward the shoulders. Hold a moment. And then let it exhale out slowly. And we'll do that once again. So inhale again, belly. Bring it up through the rib cage, all the way up to the chest. Sip in a little extra air at the top if you can. And then hold the breath. Lift the pelvic floor muscles, lift the belly, drop the chin a little. And then exhale it all out slowly. And again, inhale all the way up to the top. And then exhale and let it go. And then I'm going to take a comfortable breath in and a comfortable exhale. And then this time we're going to breathe all the way up on your inhale. Hold the breath and then slowly exhale just your chest. And then let the rest exhale. And do that again. Inhale all the way up to the top. Slowly exhale the chest and pause. And then exhale through the rib cage. And then exhale it all out. And again, inhale all the way up to the top and hold the breath. Exhale just the chest. And then the rib cage. Empty all the breath out. And then release it. And we'll come onto our backs. Lying with your feet hips width apart. Arms by your sides. Palms faced up. Feet are hips distance apart. Now take your knees over to your left side and try to bring your right knee just on top of your left knee. Then take your right hand on top of your left hand. So you're just really on your side, really on the side. Then take your right hand, sweep it above you, fingertips touching the floor, and make kind of a semicircle.
And then bring the right hand all the way back around for a full circle. So inhale, keep the fingertips touching the floor for as long as you can. Sweep it around, let your chest face the ceiling as you're making this circle. And then bring that arm back around. Try and keep the knees right on top of each other the whole time. Inhale. Again, that arm comes around, the belly will start to face, but keep the hips as they are. And then circle around. This one felt great on my chest and my shoulders. Let's do another one. Inhale, big circle, opening the chest as you swing that arm around. And then bring it all the way back. Hands on top of each other. And then inhale, we'll take the knees to center. And exhale, we're going to roll onto the right side. So line up your left knee on top of your right knee. Touch your palms together. Inhale, sweep the left arm. So try and keep your fingertips touching the floor for as long as you can. And then bring it all the way around. And again, inhale, bring it around. So now your chest will face up toward the ceiling. The belly will turn toward the ceiling, but the hips don't move. Bring that arm all the way around. Again, inhale. Sweep the fingertips on the floor as you make a big circle with that arm. Keep the hand down as long as you can and then bring it up and across. Exhaling. And one more, I think. Inhale, big circle. Bring it all the way around. And then bring it back to where you started. And then we'll come onto our backs. Keeping the knees bent, and then hug the knees into the chest in Uttanasana, and gently rock here side to side, and then start to rock back and forth, and take 2 or 3 rocks to come up to seated. If for any reason that doesn't work so well for you, you can always roll to the side and press up. We'll make our way up onto the hands and knees with wrists under shoulders and knees under the hips. As you inhale, drop the belly, lift your chin and tailbone up. Draw your shoulder blades gently towards your waist. As you exhale, round your back, bring your chin in towards your chest, pressing away from the floor. And again, inhale. Let's bring the chest through, widening across the collarbones. Lift your chin, lift your tailbone up. As you exhale, round your back, chin toward chest, pull the ribs and belly in firmly. And we'll do it again. Inhale, forward, long breath. And exhale. Let's round the back, draw in the belly, draw in the rib cage. And then coming to neutral, extend your right leg back. Inhale, lift your right leg from the inner thigh, then drop the outer hip, pull your ribs and belly in. Keep those hips level. And then extend your left arm forward. So you're going to reach for the left arm and the right leg. Point the right toes straight down to the floor. That'll help keep your hips level. As you exhale, draw the knee in and draw the elbow in to center, rounding the back. Then inhale, reach out through the arm and the leg. And then exhale, round the back, draw the chin in. Inhale, reaching out. Keep the ribs in. Exhale, round the back like you're moving through water. Make a little resistance. Inhale, extend. Keep that leg out. Tuck the toes under. Press the right foot on the floor. Draw the left knee into the chest. Hold. Then inhale, plank pose. Exhale, right knee in toward the chest. And inhale, plank. And exhale, knees to the floor. And start again with wrists under shoulders and knees under hips. Inhale, extend the left leg back. Lift the leg from the inner thigh. Watch that back doesn't arch and keep the hips nice and level. Exhale, reach out through the right arm. So we're going to extend through that left leg, toes point straight down, ribs and belly hug in, like someone's just holding you in from above, keeping your ribs and belly in. Then exhale, draw your right knee in and your right elbow, left knee, slowly. And then again, inhale, extend, reach out through the arm and the leg. And then exhale, bring it all in. Inhale, Extend, drop that outer left hip down. Squeeze the right hip in as well. Exhale like you're moving through water. Make some resistance. Draw it in. Inhale again, reach out. Keep the belly and ribs lifted. Keep that leg up, but take the right hand down. Tuck the left toes under. Bring the left ball of the foot on the floor. Right knee in. Exhale. Inhale, regular plank. Exhale, left knee in. Inhale, regular plank. Exhale, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Arms, shoulders, distance, feet, hips width, and then feel free to bicycle the legs, bending one knee and the other. As you stretch out here in your first down dog, stretching out your hamstrings and your calves, maybe even your ankles. Then bend both knees, stick your hips way up high. Keep the length in the spine and reach out through the legs. Spread the fingers nice and wide, pressing into the base of the fingers as your forearms lift up. Then inhale, ripple the spine forward into plank. Exhale, knees can be up or down. Up to you. Shift forward about an inch, lower slowly to the floor. Then bring your hands back so that your hands are by your lower ribs. Press all 10 toenails into the floor. Tailbone reaches to heels. Pick up your belly and then inhale, cobra. Pull the hands toward the feet like you're a penguin shooting across the ice. Draw your shoulder blades toward the waist. Keep all 10 toenails pressing down. And then lower back down. So you can do that same thing again. Inhale, little cobra. Or you can go up higher if you like, all the way into up dog if that feels okay. If you're in up dog, make sure thighs and knees come up off the floor. Then exhale, come back into down dog. Use your belly muscles to make that transition. Now even here, pull the ribs and belly in and check in with your breathing. Try to get that nice long breath that we practiced in the beginning. And looking forward, bend the knees, step or hop your feet to your hands. Take an inhale. Hands to shins or fingertips on the floor, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold forward, bend the knees as needed. And then inhale, pressing through the feet, come up with a nice long spine. Stretch up tall, reach tall, and exhale, bring the arms down. Let's find Tadasana at the front of the mat. Take your feet together or hips distance apart, whichever is more comfortable. Press evenly through the feet. Draw the tailbone down toward the heels. Lift the hip bones up toward the lower ribs. Pull the belly in. Widen through the collarbones, lift the chest. Inhale, sweep the arms out, around, and up. Palms will face each other. Exhale, hinge from the hip creases as you fold to keep that length in your back. Inhale, come halfway up, chest forward. Exhale, step back into plank pose. And lower chaturanga, knees up or down, shoulders no lower than the elbows. Inhale, press into upward facing dog, toes straight back. Exhale, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Keeping the arms and ears in line as you stretch back. Inhale, right leg lifts. Lift it from the inner thigh instead of opening the hip. Keep the hips level again. Exhale, slowly bring the knee in toward the belly, shoulders over wrists, and then step it all the way up by the right hand. If you've got a block or a brick, bring it to the outside of your right foot, any height. Right hand on that block. You could also hold your ankle. And then reach up through the left arm for side angle Parsvakonasana pose. Make sure the right knee is over the ankle. Get it right stacked over top of it. Draw that right hip under you. And then if you want to go in deeper, you could always lower the block. Or you don't have to use the block. Stretch up through the left fingertips. Bring your bottom ribs forward, your top ribs spinning back as if you're trying to turn your belly up toward the ceiling. Make sure your shoulder blades are releasing. Press with the outer edge of the back foot. Lift your back inner thigh away from the floor. Take another breath here. Looking back down to the floor, press into the front heel. Inhale to warrior two. Make sure the feet are still lined up, front heel and back arch. Lift the chest. Draw the shoulder blades down toward the waist. Breathing here. Continue to let that front hip drop down toward the floor. And then face your palms up, lift your chest, let your shoulders relax a little more. Keep that, and then return the palms facing down. Breathe. Look over the front fingertips. Now drop your left arm reverse. Exhale, bend into the right knee. Shoulders again away from the ears. Inhale, come up. Exhale, windmill your arms down and step back. You can go right to down dog or step to plank and lower down chaturanga. Then inhaling into upward facing dog or cobra. And then exhale, make your way back into downward facing dog, all the way back. Nice stretch through the spine. Then left leg lifts up. Inhale from the inner thigh. Let's keep the hips level. As you exhale, draw the knee in toward the belly, shoulders over the wrist. Press away from the floor. Hold a minute, not a minute, but a moment. And then that would be hard. Step the left foot up by the left hand. Take your block to the pinky toe side of the left foot if you're going to use it. Left hand on the block. And start to turn and reach up through the right arm for side angle, Parsvakonasana variation. Make sure your knee's over the ankle. Your left knee should press toward the little toe side of the foot, so you could even lightly press it into your left arm. Make sure your feet are lined up heel to arch. Sink forward. That back hip will come a little bit forward, but press through the outer edge of your back foot. And then press the outer ankle in and up in that back leg. Lifting the back inner thigh away from the floor because we don't want that to collapse. If you want to go deeper, you can take the block down lower or move it away. Or if you don't have a block, but you don't want to go all the way to the floor, grab your ankle. I remember teaching that to somebody once, and they're like, is that legal? You can grab your ankle? Press into the front heel, inhale, warrior two. So it is legal. If you don't have props, you can do that. Come to warrior two. Lift the chest, let your shoulder blades relax. Make sure that knee is still tracked over the ankle. Then palms facing up. Let your shoulders relax a little more, lifting the chest, and then face the palms back down. Stretch out through the arms. And make sure the knee is over the middle toes. Drop your right arm reverse. Exhale, bend into the left knee. Inhale up. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Go right to down dog or step to plank. And lower chaturanga, exhaling. Then inhale, press through the hands and feet. And then exhale, downward facing dog all the way back. So keeping your breath steady, right leg up, inhale. Exhale again. We're going to bring that knee forward, press away from the floor, then lightly step it up. Grab both blocks on the outsides of that front foot. Make sure the right knee stays over the ankle. Pull the right hip back. This is a low lunge. Breathing here. Keep your ribs and belly pulling in. Then left hand down, reach the right arm up. Keep pulling the right hip back. So ideally we're keeping the hips level. The left hip will lift away from the floor slightly to keep the hips level. Keep pressing into the front heel. Inhale, keep the same shape and come up. Arms are at a T. Try and get the shoulders above your hips. You could stay with that or tuck your back toes under and lift the back knee off the floor. Continuing to pull the right hip back and down, lifting the left hip away from the floor. Then lean forward, left arm across, prayer twist. Palms will press at the chest. You're also welcome to take the left hand down, right arm up, or if you wrap, you could wrap as well. Continue again, pull the right hip back, squeeze outer hips in, and then come back to center, step to plank, and lower chaturanga. Inhale, pressing up through our vinyasa. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Breathing, inhale, left leg, and exhale, slowly step it up, taking the right knee down. Feel free to pad up that back knee if you have any discomfort in the knee. Keep the left knee over the ankle. I have a Manduka mat's pretty thick, so I don't have to worry so much. But any height with those bricks, or fingertips could touch the floor if that works for you. If you can reach the floor, though, just notice if you do have blocks, you can get more space using the blocks. I love to use props. I remember when I first started yoga, I was like, oh, I'm not going to use props because I'm like way too cool. Pull the left hip back, reach up through the right arm. So apparently I'm not as cool anymore. JK lol, the props help us get deeper into the postures, so it's even cooler. Keep reaching up through the left arm. And then inhale, come on up. Keep that left knee over the ankle. So you're in the same shape, but shoulders are over wrists. You're still twisting and trying to keep the hips level. So the twist is happening from above the waist. You can stay where you are or tuck the back toes under and lift the back knee off the floor. If you're wobbly, you may need to move around a little to fix your posture. Then lean forward, bring your right arm across and prayer twist. So even here, we're trying to keep the hips level. Pull the left hip back. Lift the right hip away from the floor. Turning your chest toward your thumbs, press your thumbs toward the center of the chest and continue to turn the belly. Unwind, bring your hands down to the floor and step back to plank. Holding plank a moment, then chaturanga slowly, knees can come down, and pause, shoulders in line with elbows, then inhaling up dog or cobra, and exhale, tuck the toes for downward facing dog, all the way back. Now feel free to take the knees down for a child's pose and rest if you like. Otherwise, inhale, right leg lifts, exhale, step it up, right up there by the right hand. Now bring the hands on the inside of that right foot. Let's take the left knee to the floor, pat up the knee if you want any padding. So hands on blocks, or you can take your forearms on your block. That'll help to get you in a little deeper. If you want to get in deeper still, you can put your hands on the floor. Now we're going to take this into a twist. So start to turn your torso. Your left hand can be on the floor or forearm on a block, right arm up. If your right knee goes out to the right, make sure your right toes also turn out to the right. I'm going to rest my hand on my leg so I can get a little bigger opening in the hip. If you have any discomfort in your knee though, keep your knee pointed right over the middle toes and don't let it go out to the side. Squeeze it in. Come back to center and downward facing dog. If you'd love to take a vinyasa, you can inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga, otherwise stay in down dog. Inhale up dog and exhale back into downward facing dog. Breathing here, left leg lifts, inhale. As you exhale, step it up by that left hand. Take the left hand on the inside of the foot, the big toe side. Take the right knee down, pat it up if you want any padding. And hands on the block, on the floor, or you can take forearms on the block, getting into the hip a little bit deeper. And so I'm going to let my knee go out to the side a little, and my toes will go along with it. Gotta have them line up. And then I'll turn, keeping my right arm down, left arm up. I'm keeping the forearm on the block. You can do that, or hand on the floor. Make sure your toes and knees still line up. Now I'm taking my left hand to my leg so I can press it open a little bit more, but I'm careful to make sure it's not bothering my knee. I could even roll onto the pinky toe side of my left foot a little bit, as long as I don't let my ankle buckle out too much to the side. Oh, it just feels nice. And then back to center. And then exhale back to down dog. And again, you can stay in down dog. If you'd love a vinyasa, inhale to plank, exhale chaturanga. Inhaling upward dog and exhaling back to down dog. And then come forward into plank pose. Knees can be up or down. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. And then bring your hands to your lower back, alongside, and reach your tailbone toward your heels. Press all the toenails into the floor. Press the outer ankles in. Inhale, lift into Shalabhasana. So you're lifting up from the inner thighs. Pull the belly away from the floor. Lift your hip bones towards your lower ribs. Keep the back of your neck long. Breathe more into the chest this time. And then come down and rest. So probably you're not noticing because you're not really able to watch the screen so much as you practice, but there's been some little focus issues with the camera. Inhale, come up. Do the same thing, or bend the knees. Take the pinky toe sides of your feet. And if you'd like, lifting to Dhanurasana. If that doesn't work so well, you can have your ankles flexed or not. Lift up, press the feet back. If it doesn't work so well, stay with Shalabhasana, the pose we just did before. Keep the belly lifted. So the reason for the focus issues is Duke got a new lens, and I think this was like the first time he's filmed yoga with it. And then slowly release and rest. So a little trouble with the focus, but I know he's going to get it. He's real good at this kind of thing. Resting here. And then hands by low ribs. Press up onto the knees and take the hips all the way back to the heels in child's pose and rest. Big long breaths in your child's pose. Relax the shoulders, relax the jaw. And then reaching the arms forward, up onto the knees, tuck the toes, down dog. Stretch back for one more down dog, and then plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, wrists and shoulders line up. Exhale, downward facing dog. And looking forward, bend the knees, step or hop, and sit. Extend the legs in front of you. Then bend your right knee for Janushirasana pose. So if the knees way up, you can always put a block under. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, turn toward the straight leg. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, extend. If you can't reach your feet, make sure not to round your back, but use a strap. I forgot my infinity strap today, but if I had it, I could wrap it around my foot and hold that instead. Or you can use any kind of strap. Lengthen with the chest coming forward and belly reaching toward the thigh. Inhale, lengthen away. Exhale, and release. Now take your right hand over to the left leg, left hand behind. Sit up tall as you inhale. On your exhale, start to turn your left shoulder back and twist. Keep the left toes pointed straight up to the ceiling. Widen across the collarbones. And then head to center. And we'll unwind. Take both soles of feet together. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, hinge from the hips, come forward for Baddha Konasana. So again, we're not going to round the back this time. We're going to hinge from the hips to come forward. Keep all that nice length in the spine as you take this stretch. If it bothers the knees, prop your legs with bricks underneath them so that you don't have as much pressure on the knees. Inhale, come on up with a long spine. Now keep the left knee bent, extend the right leg out. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, turn toward the straight leg, hinge from the hips, extend. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale to extend. Pull the right toes back. And again, if it's hard to reach, use a strap. But avoid rounding the back. It's not about getting your head down to your knee. It's more about lengthening your belly toward your thigh. Because we do plenty of things where we round our backs. So we want to try and counter that in our yoga practice. Inhale is head up. Exhale, release. Right hand behind you. Left hand to the outside of the right leg. Sit up tall. Inhale. And exhale to twist. So as you inhale, see if you can get some more length. And as you exhale, roll your right shoulder back. Pull your right toes back so they point up to the ceiling. Inhale, bring your head to center, and exhale, and wind back to soles of feet together, but slide your feet forward about a foot, and now let's round down, forehead toward the feet. So it's nice to do every once in a while, get a nice stretch in the back that way, but keeping in mind that many of us round our backs way too much. Inhale, come on up. So I'm going to get ready for Shavasana. I got my blanket here. I'm going to roll it up because it feels really good for me to have a blanket under my knees. It's optional, of course. But lie on your back. Shavasana, I would like to say, is not optional. Can't force it, but I think it's really important. So lie down, take a few moments to let all of the benefits of your practice really absorb into your body. Let the feet flap open, arms by your sides, palms facing up. Release any breath practice you have going and just relax. Quiet mind and quiet body. Shavasana. Be back in a minute. Today's quote is a lovely short quote by Kyle Gibran. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all. Your daily life is your temple and your religion. When you enter into it, take with you your all. So as you're lying here, just start to become aware of your body against the mat, against the floor. Begin to take some breaths that are a little bit longer. And you'll start to make little movements in your fingers and in your toes, your hands and your feet. Stretch out all through your arms and your legs, long stretch. And then bend the knees, roll yourself off to the right, pausing a moment for gratitude for all of our blessings. And then make your way up to a comfortable seated position. Let's take our hands together in front of the heart in Anjali Mudra. It's a mudra of reverence. Bring the hands to the forehead to remind us to have clear and loving thoughts, and our hands to the heart center to remind us to have clear and loving intentions, and our hands to the mouth to remind us to have clear and loving communications, sending out positive energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. Don't forget to push the like button. Let's see, can we get 1,000 likes this first couple of days of this video? That would be super awesome. And October the 3rd, our Ashtanga course comes out. It's going live. I'm going to put a link below if you want to sign up to get a coupon, which the coupon's not coming until October the 3rd, by the way. And but you can sign up for one, and I will email it to you. If you can afford to donate to Fightmaster Yoga to help keep these classes coming, we love doing it, and we love you guys, and we're super duper grateful for any amount of donation that you send us. I love you guys. You're so awesome. So have a great day. Bye.